Hark, an outsider!
It's only 8 a.m., but it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Oh god. Dungeons and Dragons. The Final Frontier. These are the voyages of Literary DM. His 5-year mission? God, I hope it's not just 5 years. To explore strange new shows. And to boldly go where everyone has gone before. Hello everybody, Literary DM here. Welcome to my channel where we are continuing our series where we take a look at how D&D and TTRPGs are generally represented within the media. So far we have gone over Dexter's Lab and Freaks and Geeks. And today we are continuing our series where we take a look at a viewer recommended episode for Recess. The episode starts out with a rousing game of kickball because apparently it is America's game.
It's America's game, Vince. The sport no kid should miss out on.
However, TJ winds up getting his collarbone broken, leaving him needing to be inside for 5 weeks while it heals due to a school policy. As a result, he is sent to room 51 to be with the other Pale kids, which we hear about them for the first time, as well as even get introduced to a playground horror story regarding one of them, which is certainly not going to come back in any capacity.
March, young man!
No, TJ, don't go! Relax, guys. You don't
I know they're obviously building up to a really horror movie aesthetic, and it hasn't aged well, I'll be honest, but it's so over the top. I kind of love it, but we'll see. I'm probably going to eat my words here in a few moments.
Hark, an outsider!
Gondor Primulant, outsider. Live well and thrive.
What am I doing with my life?
Oh, this is gonna suck. Okay.
Hence his assignment to recess here in room 51. Very well. Make yourself at home, newcomer.
Also, I just want to say, this dude was typecasted as every nerd character in the 90s and early 2000s. Because I swear, this is the same voice actor that did Mandark on Dexter.
Jay, on Thursdays we play Daggers and Dragons.
Daggers and Dragons.
We all have characters, see? I'm Yendar the Barbarian.
Wait, was that... Wait, hold on, did I hear that right? Was that supposed to be...
Yendar the Barbarian.
Okay, okay, it sounded like it's a Dendar, which I would have been surprised if they actually did a poll and a genuine reference to Forgotten Realms lore with Dendar the Night Serpent, but that's probably giving them too much credit at this point.
And I am Knarf, the Swordmaster. We got our character names by spelling our real names backwards.
That's actually not a bad way to get character names, to be honest. Especially if you're doing a first-time character and you're just going to take your own name and spell it backwards, that can actually work. So I'm not opposed to that concept. That's actually pretty... I like that.
Sure, I got nothing better to do.
The game begins.
Listen, Dungeon Masters, forget this costume. You need the real drip, and it's this. We then get a montage of the 5 weeks passing as TJ gets to know the Pale Kids as a bunch of friends, as well as the various adventures they go on through Daggers and Dragons. Say that 5 times fast. And eventually we get to the final day of the 5 weeks are up, and well, this is what we get to.
You have neared the end of your journey.
So it's less like they're playing D&D and more like they're playing something along the lines of Hero Quest.
Hero Quest is the best game ever made.
77!
Your sword bounces off.
Those are D12s. How did he get 77? Are they supposed to combine them? The lowest you would get is an 11. Yeah, the lowest you would get is an 11 then. Are they supposed to be representing D100s, but they decided to animate D12s instead? I mean, rolling D100s percentile die for original D&D would be fairly accurate because you rolled it far more commonly back then. But even then, it's not...
JT is correct, and factoring in his proximity to the Vermilion Castle, then the dragon is slain! You are master of the 9th level!
Okay, that's... Actually being a good dungeon master there is, or sword master, I don't know what they're calling it. A dungeon master there is actually being sad that the player didn't succeed, but then being ecstatic when they remember their abilities, and even being good fellow players to help remind them of different things that may happen and trigger, and then genuinely being excited and celebrating their various success. So yeah, we're just going to summarize it. I'm assuming this is what's going to happen, and we're going to see if I'm right. They go ahead, they play kickball, they play it either poorly or they win, one or the other, but either way, the bully is going to get owned in some capacity, and then eventually it's going to end with the pale kids going back inside, and there's probably, I don't know, one of them is probably the kid mentioned at the very beginning of the episode, I'm willing to believe. So that was Disney's Recess Lord of the Nerds. And yeah, that was painful. To the comment that definitely warned me that it hasn't aged well, you were correct. And I didn't realize how correct you were going to be. That being said, representing D&D and even the people that surround it, this show did a horrible job. It has aged poorly, and I think that's even putting it mildly. The stereotypes are exactly that. They are stereotypes and nothing is accurate about them. The game resembles more of along the lines of Hero Quest or anything akin to that than it does D&D. The only thing it has in common is the idea that people play classes and characters. While there are a few good concepts such as putting your names backwards to spell your character, and even having a good moment of being a dungeon master, that's really where everything else ends. It is only representing D&D in parody alone, and that's really about it. So where it's going to be ranking in terms of the episodes that we've seen so far, first is going to be Freaks and Geeks, followed by Dexter's Lab, and in a currently very distant third, we have Recess Lord of the Nerds. With that, everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this week's episode, then please go ahead and let me know down below with a like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, everyone, keep rolling those dice.